Shek Kwu Chau is just 20 minutes by ferry from Chau in Hong Kong's southern waters. Government schemes for the island feature a huge super incinerator. However, for the past half-century, Shek Kwu Chau was off-limits, the sole domain of a government-funded drug rehab facility, which only recently began to voice its opposition to the incinerator.
Our main concern is with a proposed incinerator that would be built so close to the island. Inevitably, the proposed incinerator will affect our surface. You see, this is a very quiet place with such a nice environment. You can see this seashore is actually all around, would be the proposed incinerator. We have you can say those, we have our facilities all over the places, right facing the incinerator. I do think that the pollutions on air, light, and sound will be inevitable to our client as well as to our workers.
Although most of Hong Kong will never have a chance to visit, Shek Kwu Chau is home to some peculiar sights, including countless sculptures, various religious figures, and places of worship, appealing to both Western and Eastern faiths. There's a Christian church, Buddhist shrine, and Taoist altars. The late Diana, Princess of Wales, was one of the island's rare visitors. An arch commemorates her times there. The mashup of European and Chinese style is complete with a Roman bath. Shek Kwu Chau's interesting architecture gives inspiration to recovering attics in the idyllic, natural setting. Environmentalists worry that an incinerator would destroy the landscape and jeopardize wildlife.
Well, firstly, an incinerator overall, a waste incinerator, is a pretty old technology. There are better technologies. They're kind of emerging, but they're far better and they should be considered at this time. Hong Kong can do far better than that. We can choose a far better site than this one. You can see that Shek Kwu Chau, this fantastic place. It more deserves to be like a marine park or a country park area, protecting this and the whole stretch of nearby islands. That would be a really good thing to do, especially just down there. One of the key sites for the endangered finless porpoise, and that is just where the incinerator will be positioned. It's going to destroy the tranquility. There will be pollutants, 150 metre high chimney that will come from the incinerator. You don't build a 150 metre high chimney if you don't have something dangerous coming out of the top of it. Of course there will be pollutants. If you're not going to incinerate, you might look at something called plasma arc technology, which means zapping the waste rather than burning it. You heat it up to incredibly high temperatures, maybe 4,000 degrees centigrade. So molecules are kind of just blasted apart really, so you don't get particulates, you don't get dioxins, you don't get the organic molecules that are a problem with incinerators. And after that you can get a gas, a rather simplified gas that comes out. You clean that up, you might have a chance to make even jet fuel for flying airplanes with it, or natural gas, or you might put hydrogen into fuel cells to make energy. So you could do a raft of things with it.
Dr. Williams would prefer a range of new and emerging sustainable waste solutions. He also stresses that we must all do more to reduce and recycle waste. For the time being, Shek Kwu Chau's incinerator plans have stalled, pending a judicial review. Until the court hearing begins on November 14th, SARDA and environmentalists will remain waiting and hoping that the remote, restricted island might stay off limits. For China Daily, this is Doug Meigs.